Alright, functions and function notation. What makes a function, what does not make a function example? The first you might see are tables or sets of points. These are the easiest to tell because you can see the numbers. Alright, so the first rule of functions, no x repeats. If there are no x repeats, it does not matter what y is, it's a function as far as table goes. Example, if I have x, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are no duplicate x values, it's a function, period. Gonna work on a table. Because it does not matter what y is until you get a duplicated x value. You can have duplicated y values, that's okay. The important thing, no duplicated x values. It's impossible to make it not a function if you don't have duplicated x values. Now, the ever elusive but possible double x value still function. Now, 1, 2, 3, 1. This does not happen very often, and I don't think you're going to see one. But technically, a duplicated point, notice we have 1, 3. If you still have 1, 3, you have not duplicated an x value. It's simply a misprint, a double type. I don't think you're going to see a lot of that. This is still a function. Example of not a function. Let me write that real big on top. Not a function. This next one is not a function. The reason, we'll have x, y, 1, 2, 3, 1. And notice a different y value for the same x value. This means you go to the restaurant, you order item number 1, it's $5. Hamburger's $5. Cheeseburger with bacon, $7. Cheeseburger with bacon, guacamole, and something else that's awesome, $9. Alright? But the person behind you comes up, orders a hamburger, it's $11 because they smell bad. This is not a function. Alright? Everything has to be the same. Each output, each input rather, each x value has to be paired with a unique y value. Well, it's just one. Just one. It cannot be paired with more than one. Ways to tell on it. Well, let's do another. So I've got my x. So each x can be paired with one and only one y value. Y values can repeat. You go to a restaurant and a hamburger is $5. A hot dog is $5. It should be a great hot dog. A chicken sandwich is $5. The next person comes in behind you and that hot dog is now $7. It's no good. This is no good. This is where it becomes not a function. Now, ways you're going to see it in the star, they're going to make lists. You might see them listed out. You might see, function 1, function 2, equation 3, that kind of stuff, and you've got the points, 2, 3, 3, 2, 5, 2 on 1, and then 3, 3, 5, 3, and 3, 5 on 2, and 2, 1, 2, 6, 2, 6, and let's go 2, 8 on this last one. And then I say, which one of these is a function? So you look through. Well, function 1, each x has one and only one y value. It doesn't matter what that value is. Each x has exactly one value for y. That's a function. So 1 is a function. 2 is not, because when you put 3 in for x, you might get a 3. You might get a 5. You don't know which value you're going to get when you put a 3 in for x. Notice on number 1, every time you put in a 3, you get a 2 back. This makes it a function. Every time you put a 5 in, you get a 2 back. Every time you put a 2 in, you get a 3 back. But on number 2, if you put a 3 in for x, you don't know what you're going to get for that y value. Not a function. Number 3, it's not a function because you have 3 different values for 2. If I pick 2, I might get a 1 back. I might get a 6 back. I might get an 8 back. You have several different choices for your y value. Not a function. This is how I anticipate them asking you. They might throw up some graphs as well. Graphs are much easier to tell. If you can pass a vertical line through every point in the graph, it's a function. This crazy bad mamma jamma right here, this is a function because each point of x has exactly one y. You'll notice some of those y values repeat, sometimes multiple times. That's fine. That's fine. Every time I drop in a vertical line, checking my values for x, there's only one y value for each value of x. Doesn't matter what that y value is. What matters is there's only one y value for each value of a. Counter example. So this one is a function. Counter example. This bad boy right here. I've got my S curve. This is not a function. Why? When x equals 2 right here, y could be 1, y could be 5, y could be negative 4. You don't know. Alright? This makes it not a function. Not a function. You do not want this. This is not a function. Alright? That's why. I drop a vertical line, hits 3 times, 3 different values for y, 1 value for x, not a function.